Cool, because we're about to switch over to your personal review.
Yes. Yes, the original Ring. Um,
Uh, I do like how my image search keeps coming up with international movie posters because Maxine was in German,
yeah.
Hollywood ist ein Killer.
Yes.
And then we got the Spanish version of the original Japanese Ring,
Yeah.
El Círculo.
Yes. Yeah, this is a movie I've been meaning to watch for a while. Full disclosure, by the way, I have not seen the American version, so I can't comment on it. Um, that one was with Naomi Watts, and it was directed by Gore Verbinski, who did three of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Um,
That's an interesting switch. Although, okay,
yeah,
actually, I guess as far as like the mainstream franchises go, Pirates is the most horror adjacent. What with the
yeah,
whole Black Pearl zombies and all.
oh yeah, yeah. But this movie is, came out in 1998, and it's about a reporter named Raiko, and she's looking into the death of her niece, who died unexpectedly and suddenly, and she begins hearing rumors and everything floating around about a tape, a cursed tape that if you watch it, you'll get a phone call, and then it'll say that you've got 7 days to live, and then after the 7 days you just die, and kind of a very like their faces have this like look on their like terror, like they're scared to death. And so Raiko is she's trying to figure out what happened, and she ends up going to the Izu Peninsula, where the kids were staying at this cabin. She's in the cabin, and then she finds the tape at the lodge's front desk, and of course she watches it, and she gets the phone call, and she's got 7 days, and um, so then she calls in her ex-husband, uh, Ryuji, I think is his name, if I can believe that's it. And he's played by God. Why didn't IMDb put these uh, in order here? He was played by the guy, Ryuji. He's played by Hiroyuki Sanada, and he's very well known for American audiences. He's been in like a bunch of movies over the last few years. Most recently, he was in Bullet Train.
Mhm.
He's the old man in Bullet Train. He's the
Okay.
he's just a little story. Um, um, and the thing with Ryuji is that he's a psychic. He has a clairvoyant ability, and so the of course the other part of it too is they have a son named Yoichi, and Yoichi is he has this. It turns out he has the same ability as his father, and basically the rest of the movie is just them investigating the tape and trying to figure out the mystery of like the girl in the well and everything. It feels less of a horror movie and more of like a procedural drama. Um,
It's almost our theme tonight, where the previous movie was less of a horror movie than a grindhouse movie. The
yeah,
This one is like it's a police procedural that has some horrific elements.
yeah, yeah, and then we'll get to our classic movie in a bit,
Yep.
but yeah, so they're trying to figure out, and they're also trying to figure out how to break the curse, and the twist in the movie is like really like when they they think they break the curse for everybody, but it was really just for well, I don't know if I should give away a spoiler, but
I'd say, is your objective here to recommend it to people to go watch it, or do you want to do a deeper dive on it?
no, I definitely want people to watch it, so I'll avoid spoilers. But yeah, it is it's a really good story. And I will say as far as the horrific the horror elements of it, not nearly as it isn't nearly as gruesome as Audition, which I did 2 weeks ago. Um, and but it's the I mean the image of the girl with her nails pulled out was really gnarly.
If
That was probably the worst part for me. And of course, like, although I will say most people, if they haven't seen this movie or they haven't seen the American version, they've seen it being parodied. Like
yes,
it's been parodied in a lot of anime, in a lot of other like spoof movies.
there's a manga where the entire concept is that the girl looks so much like Sadako that her classmates are scared of her,
Yeah,
and so she finally makes a friend.
yeah. Yeah, and yeah, and there's in My Dress Up Darling, there's actually a TV show that Gojo and Marion watch, and it's not only do they spoof this, but they also spoof the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it. Now, again, I haven't seen the American version, so I can't make a comparison between the two. Um, Although from what I've heard from some people is that this is the better version.
It
Um,
would be extremely shocking if the American version of a Japanese horror movie turned out to be better.
yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, give it a watch. It's on Shutter right now. It might be on other streaming platforms. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know if I would call it scary, but it's definitely a good movie to watch and very really great story. Yeah.
You know, that might explain why it's had such an enduring appeal, because you have the scary image of Sadako climbing out the television, right?
Right.
But you also have a story that somebody who isn't out for just endless horror and gore could enjoy too.
Right. Yeah.
It
Indeed.
all seems to be about percentages.
Oh yeah. Yeah.